Hello everyone, my name is Alondra Boteo and today we're starting a conversation about missions. I'm here joined with Beto, who actually went to El Salvador last year with NPLAD, and today we're hoping to inspire you to sign up and to go to Nicaragua this year with NPLAD as well. Beto, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Thank you. My name is Beto. I'm from a small town named Visalia. It's south of Fresno. I moved to Sacramento about four years ago. I go to Mosaic Life Church, if it's not obvious yet. I lead worship at Mosaic Life Church, and I'm also involved in the youth ministry there. And I'm just blessed to be at that church.
Amen. And so tell us about that moment that you decided to go on a missions trip. Was this your first one?
This was my first missions trip. Pastor Jack had told me, he's our senior pastor at the church. He had told me about the trip, and we had spoken about certain things, and he really wanted me to go to the trip, and I said, yeah, I'm totally down to go. I was really excited, and I mean, glory to God that I was able to go.
Were you ever worried that maybe your parents were going to be like, no, mijo, no vayas?
No, because I don't live with my parents. I definitely talked to my parents about it, and I mean, they were very supportive of it, although, I mean, they were very scared that I was going to a country that I'd never gone to before.
Right.
But they were happy that I was going to go, and they trusted in God that He was going to keep us safe and everything.
Right, so they supported you, so you
Yes,
had that support
of course.
from them, and then you had the support from your church.
Yeah,
That's pretty
I have
awesome.
an amazing family, and I have an amazing church family that supports me in everything I do.
Shout out to them. So how did you begin to fundraise then? Because I know that a lot of the times, this is one of the questions or the problems people have. You know, students will be like, I don't have money, how am I going to come up with these funds?
So I do have a job, but I also have bills to pay and stuff like that. So one of the things I did was I just started a GoFundMe, and I was blessed enough to pay it through that.
Awesome.
Although there was some stuff I had to pay, but most of it came from the GoFundMe.
The GoFundMe. Did you guys, how else have you heard people fundraise for this type of trip?
Well, I know there was a couple of people who have a little bit more free time. They were able to sell food and stuff like that. I mean, that's a great way to fundraise, like selling pupusas if they're in El Salvador, or like if maybe you're Mexican, you make menudo, you sell it, pozole and stuff like that, or just tacos, tamales. We're talking about food, and Mace is making me super hungry.
Actually, speaking about food, Beto was talking to us and telling us about the food that he ate in El Salvador. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit of what you ate?
So every day at the hotel, we had like breakfast that was provided for us. I mean, all our meals were provided for us, but still, like the breakfast was like the main meal of the day, because like that's the one you're just gonna get energy for like throughout the day and everything. And every morning we used to have, they call them like red beans, and they take a little bit longer to cook. That's what they said, but they're red beans, and then plátano frito, which is fried plantain. Mm-hmm. It's fried plantain, and then also they would have like little pupusas, but they were just like breakfast pupusas.
How was the flight experience? Did you guys meet at the airport?
So for this one, we met at San Francisco International Airport, and from there we flew to Houston, and then from Houston we flew to San Salvador, and then from San Salvador we drove, which would seem like forever, to Santa Ana.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but it was great, like meeting up at the airport and then seeing everyone who was going on the trip, because I wasn't able to go to the meeting before the trip, and so I met everyone at the airport, and it was really nice seeing everyone who was going to go.
What kind of activities did you guys do over there?
Activities as far as on the mission trip?
Yeah, as far as maybe ministry-wise, what did you guys do? I know you guys went to church services.
Yeah,
obviously.
definitely went to a lot of church services.
You guys built a couple homes.
We built a couple homes.
Yeah, talk about a little bit of that experience.
So that Sunday we got there, and I was like truly impressed, because the church, it's beautiful. It's like a huge building, and there's just tons of kids who are like really seeking after the Lord, which was what tugged on my heart, because I was like, wow, these kids way younger than me, and like they're just pursuing God, and like I said, it impacted my life.
Right.
But we went to the services, and then like the other days we went to the Hosanna school they have. It's the school like for kids. I think they're barely starting like freshmen. Like for us, it would be like freshman year, but they're barely implementing that. So there's a couple kids in that class, but it's from like first grade to like 9th.
Okay, and then you guys were able to do worship.
Yes, there was a couple of us who led worship throughout like the week.
Throughout the week.
But other activities we did was like we went to some other schools that weren't like affiliated with the church, but like we knew about them, and we went and we donated some like school supplies, some like toys for the kids, just things that they needed. I know we took a couple of soccer balls, and they were super grateful for the soccer balls. Yeah, it was cool, and like I said, every day they have church. It's insane. Like, I'm not insane. It's awesome. But I mean, like, I think on Monday we went to like a prayer thing. No, it was Tuesday. We went to a prayer service. Wednesday was like their family service, and then like Friday they had another service. It was like a youth service or something. We weren't able to go to that one, I think. And it's just awesome to see how like pursuant of God they are.
Right, how hungry they are.
Yes,
God.
definitely hungry.
And that you're able to be there to help them, or to facilitate, or to just be as a support system, right?
Yeah, to show them that someone,
that we also love Jesus, and that
of
has
course.
more for them. What, maybe a specific story that impacted your life, or a specific moment of the trip that you can think of?
There's a couple of moments, but I think, okay, so the first Sunday we were actually there, we went to a neighborhood named Los Angeles, which is kind of funny because we flew how many hours to go to LA, right? But they did like a outreach service in the middle of the street for like kids and everyone who came out, and there was one man who just, like, in the middle of the street, he got on his knees and gave his life to Christ. And I was thinking, I took a picture of it. It's uploaded to my Instagram, like Beto 17. But
plug.
yeah.
Just kidding.
But it's impacted me because it's like nowadays, like, or at least here, it's like, oh, we don't go to a church if it's not like a nice building, or if it's not like, oh, you don't like the worship leader, or oh, you don't like the music. But this guy just gave his life into the middle of the street. Didn't care who was around him. Didn't care if he was in a nice building. It was just, he was focused on what God had for him. And his salvation. Yeah.
What other ways did you see maybe lives being changed?
Definitely. I was impacted. I tend to be hesitant when I pray, like to pray for people.
Yeah.
But God was pushing me, and He's like, go pray for this guy. Like, I want you to pray for him. And I prayed for him. He was like, I think he might have been a little bit older than me, but he was like a younger guy. So he's maybe like 23 or 24. And I started praying, and then like the Lord started guiding me to pray about missions, even though I was on a mission trip, to pray for him about missions. And I was like, wherever you take him, wherever you lead him, that you be there with him. And then after that, he was just like, thank you, I've been praying about that. And I guess he was going to Guatemala for like a missions trip, like the following day or the following week. And that really impacted me, because God moves in crazy ways. Right.
So that's actually something that is a reoccurring topic. I was talking to Asiaden, and she said, she said that the same way she felt God was asking her to go pray for someone. She goes, but it's always really scary when God tells you to pray for someone, because you're like, what if I say something wrong?
Like, leap of faith.
What if I say something wrong? What if they receive it in a wrong way?
My breath smells.
What if I never thought about that one. What if my breath smells? What if it's awkward and all that stuff? But she's like, but when you're in a place like that, right? When you're in your mission is to go and spread the gospel and change people's lives and help people and tell them about Jesus. And your youth pastors aren't there, right? Your pastors often aren't there. Your parents aren't there. You can't be like, hey, Pastora, ora por esta hermanita. You have to step up and go do it yourself. And so that's how you begin to learn about yourself. Tell me about what you learned about yourself in the trip.
Definitely that God is so able. And to just trust him, because seeing people, how they live in El Salvador, some are more blessed than others, but really like they are so hungry after God because they just trust in him so much to provide.
Right.
Like, I mean, just me, who would have guessed I would have gone on to a mission trip to El Salvador, a little country that I didn't hear until I was like maybe like 13 or something. And I go and give stuff, and maybe that impacted a kid's life, makes them want to do something else other than live in that, or at least change his circumstances, if that's what I mean. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah. What do you think that you learned maybe something different about God? Because you were in a different environment, right? You were in a place that God could do or use you in different ways. What did you maybe learn about the Father that was different?
I think that definitely, like, because I had been praying that year about God taking me into places out of my comfort zone. Yeah. Even though I have, like, if you know me, every place is my comfort zone. But I really, like, I had been praying with God. I was like, I want you to put me in a place where I have to completely trust in you. Yeah. Where I have to give it all to you. Because that's one of the things that I struggle with myself, is to trust entirely in God. And that's what he did on the trip with me. Right, when you're placed in those maybe uncomfortable environments, you're forced to be brave and to be courageous and to trust God. Were you
afraid at all? Like maybe going into it? It was your first missions trip?
I did have like butterflies because I was excited to go, and I was just like, but at the same time I was so willing to just be like, God, you're in control. I trust you, and this is all for your glory.
Right.
Like I know I'm not going to change the entire country of El Salvador, but if I can reach the life of one kid or one adult, or just impact them for a little bit, then God, all glory be to you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
What would you maybe say to someone that is debating on going on a missions trip, who's kind of like, I don't know if I should do it, I'm a little afraid to do it, I feel like I'm too young, I'm not prepared? What would you say to that person? Would you recommend them to go?
Just do it, man. Just go. Just trust in God, and He'll lead. If you don't have the money, He'll put the money. You got to put in some work, but He'll provide if He wants you to go. Just do it. I know Shia LaBeouf, just do it. I know there's going to be people who are like, oh, no, don't go, it's so dangerous, or no, you don't have enough money, or don't, but just trust in God, and He'll open doors for you. He definitely opened doors for me. Like I said, I never thought I'd go on a missions trip or anything like that.
Yeah, and just be intentional, I think, praying about it. Because I think for me, one of my fears, at least, I've never been on a missions trip either, but I'm thinking of going to Nicaragua, hopefully.
Oh, 2018?
2018, let's go. By the way, Nicaragua's in 2018, July 24th through the 31st, I believe, so you can go. But I'm thinking of going, but I'm a little afraid of what my parents are going to say. So what I'm trying to do is be very intentional with God, praying that God softens my parents' hearts so that they can give me that opportunity to go. And like you said, just do it and trust that God's going to provide the money, He's going to provide the strength, He's going to prepare you to go there, because it's not an easy place to just, because it's so different than...
No, we were blessed because we went with Pastor Moody, and he just has so many connections in El Salvador.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, it's not easy just to go.
Right, yeah, it's not an easy environment to just step into because it's so different, poverty and the circumstances or the way that people live or that they go through isn't stuff that we see here every single day.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good because it helps us be grateful for what we have and
opportunities we're given.
And the opportunities that we're given.
We're so overblessed here, it's insane.
Yeah, and so you don't notice that until you go out and see the world. What would you say, maybe some last tips, is the last question, some last tips, practical tips that you would give someone?
Practical tips?
Yes, who's going on their first mission trip ever, and they are super pumped, but they're like, I don't know what to bring. What should I do?
Like what to bring, or like practical things? First and foremost, pray up. Just make sure that you're prayed and just that you're ready for whatever God throws at you, because you just have to be ready. Second, sunscreen. For sure. If you're going to be out in the streets or in the sun, if you're going to be evangelizing, or if you're going to be working, maybe building a home or building some kind of building, make sure you take sunscreen and bug spray. Bug spray would definitely be a thing.
Yeah.
It's bug spray. So pray up, sunscreen, and bug spray.
Okay guys, you heard it here first. Beto, again, thank you so much for allowing me to interview you and to talk about your experience in El Salvador. Guys, if you want to hear more about what's going down these next couple of months, go ahead and just keep checking up with our social media. Make sure that if you want to sign up for Nicaragua, that you go to www.nplad.com/youthmissions. And please go ahead and talk to us. Comment down below any questions or maybe concerns or any comments. Maybe you went to El Salvador and you want to say something amazing that happened to you. Please let us know. Actually, DM us if you want to maybe talk to us a little bit further so that we can go ahead and inspire others to take that jump and go on a missions trip as well.
Or if you have like a very specific question, I'm here to answer.
Beto's also here. I will put his social media links
and there's no dumb question. No question is dumb. So you're okay.
So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We can't wait to see you next time. And have a fabulous day. We can't wait to see you in Nicaragua.
Bye.
Bye. We're going to be talking about mission. Is it mission trips? Missions trips.
Oh, you just say we're going to be talking about
missions. Oh, that's good. So good. That's so genius. That's why you're here.
You can just give me the questions. I can just do it.
We almost got it.